Here's how I build 3D animated websites with Claude Code.
Claude Code just made $10,000 websites irrelevant.
If you had to start from zero today, how would you use Claude to make your first 10K?
I'd find a niche with real pain.
You probably have heard a lot about Claude Code recently and how people have been using it to make entire apps overnight. If it sounds interesting to you, just know that it can get very expensive very quickly. If that didn't scare you and you still want to hop on the wagon and spin some apps in a matter of hours instead of months using fancy AI agents, but you don't want to spend a fortune, well, you're in luck because the tool I'm going to show you today can do 90% of what Claude Code does, but at a fraction of the cost. Nah, scrap that, completely free, and on top of that, it's open source and easy to run. I'm talking about OpenCode, an open source AI agent interface that allows you to use any AI model for agentic tasks like autonomous coding or web development. And just like Claude Code, you can use it to make entire apps in a matter of hours and get extremely rich overnight. Well, probably not, but it's still very impressive. Stick around because I'm gonna show you how to install OpenCode and access a bunch of free AI models without spending a single dime. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is go ahead and install OpenCode. To do that, all you have to do is go to the OpenCode website. I'm gonna link in the description. And if you click over here on the download button, it will bring you to this page. And over here we have a couple of different options. You can run OpenCode in the terminal like you would do with Claude Code or other similar software. Or you can also use the OpenCode desktop version, which is the one we are going to use. And there are also a couple of extensions if you want to use it with VS Code or Cursor or these other programs. But for now, we are going to use it primarily on Windows, so all you have to do is go ahead and look for your operating system. You have Mac, Windows, or Linux. I'm just gonna download it for Windows, and here's the installer. Just double click it and just go ahead and click on Run, and as you can see, it's already starting to install. So after OpenCode has been installed, this is the interface that you're going to see. Now all you have to do is go ahead and click on this little plus sign over here and go ahead and make a new folder for your first project. And we are going to call this test project. And this is our new project. Now over here you have your classical chat box where you're going to talk to the AI agent. And very important, if you click down here, you can see this drop down menu, and over here you can see a bunch of different models. Now the cool thing about OpenCode is that they provide you with some free models. As you can see, we have 4 models over here. We got DeepSeek V4 Flash, Qwen 3.6 Plus, this model called Big Pickle, which I haven't really heard of, and Nematron 3 Super. Now I haven't played with these 2 models before, but I know for a fact that DeepSeek V4 and Qwen 3.6 Plus are very powerful models, and at least for now these are free and seemingly unlimited. I have used at least DeepSeek V4 for a whole day and I haven't reached any sort of token limit, and for now we're going to go with DeepSeek V4. Okay, so first of all, we're going to ask it to make us a web application that allows us to edit videos, and it should have all the basic features of a standard video editor like cut, trim, color grade, and so on. And it should also have a nice modern UI UX design and also use dark blue and black as primary colors. Let's see what happens. So as you can see, the model is starting to think, and I will be back when it finishes thinking. And one important thing I forgot to mention is that you should also ask it to add all the libraries in a virtual environment in the project folder. Otherwise, it is going to start downloading a bunch of libraries in your root folder on your computer. But if you put all the library files in a virtual environment, you're gonna have all of them grouped up nicely, and you can easily find them all in your virtual environment folder. Okay, so to run it, all you have to do is go ahead and copy and paste these commands in the terminal and then open this local host window in the browser. But we don't want to do that. We're going to ask the AI agent to do that himself. Okay, so the server is up. All you have to do is go ahead and click on this little link over here. For some reason, the server didn't start, so I'm gonna ask it to fix it. Okay, so it fixed the issue. So if we click on the URL now, as you can see, it brings us to this web page, which is our application. Over here, I have this old AI generated video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drag it over here. And this is our interface. So let's go ahead and test it. Okay, so the player works. We can also edit the start time and end time. Okay, let's go ahead and apply the trim. And let's try to color grade it. Okay, so the color grade actually works. Let's check out the audio section. Okay, this works. You can also mute it. Let's go ahead and export it. Okay, so the export button doesn't work. So I'm going to talk to the AI a bit more and try to solve these issues, add some more features, and I'm gonna come back when I think that the app is going to be ready. And with a bit of tinkering, I was able to get this project in this state. As you can see over here, I have a project media menu and I can just drag and drop the media files in the timeline. The timeline looks pretty similar to what you would find in your standard video editing software. And as you can see, we have a couple of tools like this cut tool, which I can use to make cuts and drag these bits of video around in the timeline. And I can also import another video in the timeline. We can color grade it, play with the audio volume a bit. And all of this was done simply by talking to the AI agent and explaining what errors I was facing and what other feature I wanted it to implement. But let's go ahead and try out a different example. Okay, next up, let's try something a bit different. This time we want to make a Mario style browser video game, and because I'm not very good at prompting, I asked Gemini to come up with a good prompt for an AI agent. As you can see, it's pretty detailed. So let's go ahead and copy this and let's go ahead and see what it comes up with. Okay, it's done generating, and if you click on this little plus button over here, you can go ahead and check out your files. So let's say that we want to look into the code of our index.html file, and over here we can see the code. And if we go into our project folder and double click on our index.html file, this is the game. So as you can see, we can jump, we can move around. These bullets seem to be coming out of nowhere, but we can also kill the enemy. And yeah, it looks pretty basic, but at the same time it doesn't look too bad for a zero-shot prompt. If you don't want to use one of these free models, then you have a couple of other options. First of all is OpenCode Zen, which is their recommended AI API subscription. You can also use Entropic's Cloud subscription or GitHub Copilot, OpenAI, Google, but most importantly you can use OpenRouter. On OpenRouter you have access to a bunch of different models, but most importantly you have access to a couple of free models. So we have something like Alpha Owl or NVIDIA Nemotron 3 Super, or even OpenAI GPT OS 120B, and all of these are completely free. But the only catch is that you are going to be rate limited, meaning that you only have this amount of tokens until your daily rate runs out, and you're gonna have to wait up until tomorrow to get some more. And compared to that, these models over here on OpenCode are completely free, and as far as I'm aware, there's not much of a limitation to them. At least using DeepSeek V4 Flash, I haven't reached the rate limit yet, even though I've been coding with it a lot. But let's say that you want to use a different model, even a free model, just go ahead and pick your provider. For me, it's going to be OpenRouter. And over here, just go ahead and paste your API key. So if you want to get your API key on OpenRouter, just go ahead and click on your profile over here, go to workspaces. Over here you can go ahead and make a new key. Let's call this one OpenCode, and let's go ahead and click create. And this is my API key. Obviously I'm going to blur it, so let's go ahead and copy it. And if we go back to OpenCode, just go ahead and paste your key, click continue. And as you can see, OpenRouter models are now available to use. So just click on this drop down menu, and these are all the OpenRouter models. Now, very important, if you don't want to spend any money on these models, go back to the free section on OpenRouter and just go and look for a model that is free. So it says free over here, and it's decent enough at programming. So for comparison, DeepSeek V4 Flash, it's ranked number 31 at programming. So let's go ahead and look for something that's better. For example, this model Poolside Laguna M1 is ranked number 17 at programming. Okay, so let's go ahead and search it in OpenCode. And if you click on this Manage Models button over here, you have a bunch of different models. So let's search for Laguna. And it's this free one. So let's go ahead and enable it. And if we search it in this menu, we can select it. Okay, so let's try and build a different project using Laguna M1 model. Okay, so this time let's ask it to build a modern website for a marketing agency. It should have dummy content, pictures, and multiple sections. The UI UX should look professional, and it should also have beautiful animations and 3D elements. I know, not a very detailed prompt, but just for testing purposes, this should work. Okay, so after a while, it's finally done generating. So let's go ahead and check out the website. Okay. Now honestly, it looks pretty AI generated, but you can go ahead and work out with that, give it more details, tell it to change the style, to change the animations, to change whatever you want. And overall, it did a pretty decent job. As you can see, it has pictures, animations, some buttons that don't really do much, some buttons that do stuff, and it also has dummy content. So for a zero-shot prompt, this works pretty well. Now, obviously, if you went back in here and told the AI agent to change whatever detail you want, you would get a much better result. But for now, I'm gonna leave it just like that. Okay, so this is how you can use OpenCode completely for free using their free models or even by using your own API models. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.